I am just starting off for a hike today at Andrew Jackson State Park in South Carolina. Just from the little parking area, I feel like I went somewhere. I saw a northern flicker that was pretty cool. The red really stood out. And then I'm hearing so many bird sounds. They're all talking. And then there is a squirrel up in this tree over here that just keeps making a whining sound. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's up there. So I'm not sure what he's whining about. Maybe he's waiting for his mom to come back. But so far it's a good little start on this cloudy day. I've never been here before. I've seen signs for this park. It's not huge, but pretty so far. There's really just 2 short loops here, but this seems like an amphitheater here. Yeah. So my plan is to walk both of those loops today. This is a pretty nice amphitheater though. There is a museum. Haven't been in the museum yet, but there's a museum, so I'm sure they have some good information in there. Definitely feel like I'm out in the garden with all the sounds and the azaleas in bloom. This is pretty funny. There are so many squirrels here. Just hanging out, eating. Oh. So walking over to the lakes, one of the loops is around this lake, and then we'll go the other direction and do the other loop. So it's under 3 miles total. But I thought it was a good day for a short walk after a morning of subbing some rowdy 3rd graders. Nice to get out in a little bit of peacefulness of nature. That's a nice little lake. You still see a lot of color over there with the trees. There's a fishing pier. There's a paddle boat and a couple canoes over there too. So there's a couple guys out here fishing today. Saw some heron footprints. Haven't seen a heron yet. And there's some signs that a goose or 2 live around here. Saw a couple of them, and they have left markers over here in this grassy area. So it's a nice day to get outside for a little walk. Good to take a few minutes for some reset for the rest of the day. Sign of beavers. Took that tree down but didn't take it anywhere. We do have the road not far behind. It's not a very busy road, but you can hear some car traffic. And there is an entry fee to this park, but all South Carolina state parks have an entry fee. This one is one of the few that I know of that has remained really low. It's $3 for adults, and I think $1 or $1.50 for kids 6 and older or something like that. But things like that are worth spending a few dollars so that they can keep those services running and take care of the parks. The smell of the honeysuckle is so strong here. These are very small, but definitely honeysuckle. It smells so good. They consider this a nature trail, so it's pretty cool that they have some signs to tell you about some of the plants that are around, some of the trees. They're ensuring that there are native trees so that they're showing you what kinds of plants we need growing here, and I guess they attempt to remove the invasive ones. As I'm out here walking today, I'm thinking about timing. It's never our timing for things, and I've been having to wrap my head around that in a few different ways recently, but keep coming back to the idea that everything will always work out how it's supposed to when it's supposed to, and I definitely believe that. We don't always like how we get somewhere or how long it takes to get there or when it happens, but we're going to end up where we're supposed to be. So it takes a lot of patience, and remind yourself it's okay to take a step back. The end points that we're always striving for in our lives are not what make up our life. It's all the moments leading up to those events that make our life. So enjoy the ride. I often think it's a lot easier to remember the lessons that we as older people have learned from life when we're helping others that are younger than us. So often when I'm helping Caden learn things, that's true, and it's such a good reminder. And so then I'm glad that I'm needing to teach him at that time. So timing is one of those things. We just had a good discussion about it after his scout meeting, his last scout meeting. He loves scouts, he's very involved with it, and he wanted a particular leadership role. He ended up not getting that. Hi there. Yeah. Not getting that position, and initially he was bummed, but he does have other positions that I think are perfect for him right now, and so I was able to remind him about the timing and how there were things that he didn't like in the past, specifically related to scouts, so he could see the relationship with it. Like when he's met who are now some of his very best friends in the troop, he met them not how he would have expected that he would have, but it was because of the roles that he had. So things like that, he's like able to then recognize, yeah, I was where I was supposed to be when I was supposed to be there, and that was the right thing for me. So I'm going to trust that this is the right thing for me too. So I'm excited about that for him, and as adults, we deal with this all the time with finding a job. I'm still looking for the right one for me, and I know it'll come around when it's the right one at the right time. Trying to get in for appointments. I was just told now I'm waiting for 6 months for an appointment that we've been trying to get scheduled. So wait it out, it'll be the right time. And when I was talking to Caleb about that, afterwards I went back and told him I had appreciated so much that he had reminded me the same thing that I had been talking to Caden about with timing, because he said that's all right. We're not supposed to have that appointment right now. That will get scheduled when it's an appointment for Caden, when he's ready for it and when we're supposed to be doing that. So it's very true. There's a reason why we're not getting scheduled right this minute. So there's things that come up every day for us. Now, according to the sign right there, this is the Camden Salisbury Wagon Road. And then obviously going out to a road that we're going to cross to go back in the woods to continue this trail. But wagon trails are how they transferred things, like even news information, but commerce and goods and things like that as well. So Andrew Jackson was from this area, and so he, I guess, went up to go to school and stuff off of that wagon road. So there's definitely some good historical information here. There's some signs that tell you about the native tribes that lived in the area, and gives you some more information about Andrew Jackson and what life was like for the people in this area. This was very much the back country, and there wasn't a lot here. So they had to stay connected with those wagon roads, and they could see the coming and going as things went by on that road. One of the things that Caleb and I have talked about with timing is that we met each other at the right time in our lives. If we could choose, we would have met each other when we were younger, just so we had more time together. But that wasn't the right thing for us at the time, and we see now all of the life that we went through put us where we are now. So we met each other and made us who we are. We're who we are for one another. And that wouldn't have been the case if we had met when we would have chosen, if we could go back and change it. So everything happens for a reason. We're a little further away from the road on this trail. It goes the opposite direction in the park. So it's a little quieter back here. I love that there's so many little animal noises though out here. I hope you can take a few moments today to appreciate where you are now and where you've been. May not be what you would choose for yourself, but there's a reason why you're there right now. Some good plans. We just have to wait to see where they go and what will come of them. I'll see you next time on the trail with Heart.